Hi, today I'll be demonstrating the Pharma module that we have built on top of Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. Let's start with why we built this solution. The pharmaceutical companies have very stringent manufacturing and compliance requirements. While Business Central supports standard processes, it lacks a dedicated quality module, which is a core requirement of pharma manufacturing. So to bridge this gap, we have developed this pharma add-on ensuring compliance with the goods manufacturing practices, the GMP, and supporting the performance and operational qualifications. The impact of this solution will be that all the processes of the pharma industry will be available on one platform, hence giving the real-time visibility of data to different departments of the organization at the same time, which will eventually allow the management to take faster decisions, the better material management, and also eventually leading to better cash flows for the organization. Things to note before we start: I'll be showcasing a slideshow presentation today with the screen captures of the system, which will allow us to maintain the flow of this demonstration. Below topics will be covered, that is sales process, the procurement process, quality check of the procured materials, the production process, material transfers, which is also known as internal transfers, quality check of the finished products, and reports in between of all these processes. The process starts when the company receives an order, and based on that order, user will punch that order as sales code into the system. So here is the sales code that we have created based on the customer's order. We have entered the item as TL105A with 800 quantity. Then we'll generate the performa invoice, which will be sent to the customer for approval. Once that is approved, this is the sample of performa invoice generated from the system. This is a customized report. Once this is done and approved, we can now convert the sales code into a sales order by clicking on the action called make order. So this is the sales order that we have generated from the sales code. Then this sales order will again be sent to the management for approval with all the details entered. Once this is approved, the status will change to released as mentioned here. Once the sales order is approved, we can start planning the production of the finished product. So for that, we'll need to create a planning schedule, which we can create it from the system by clicking on the planning schedule lines. This opens up the planning lines page. From here, we click on planning, which triggers the system to generate the batches based on the production BOM tagged to the item. So these are several lines that is created based on the production BOM. Once the batches are generated, we create a firm plan production order. So this is the firm plan production order that we have created. In this page, the production team will enter the location code, the bin code, and the batch type for which this production plan will be produced. So with the help of this firm plan production order, the warehousing team will get to know that what raw materials and packing materials are having shortage in the system. This is the planning worksheet where the warehouse users will run the MRP report to know the shortages in the system. To run the report, user will click on the calculate regenerative plan. This pops up a page where the user can enter the start date and the end date for which the shortages need to be generated, and click on OK. System will generate the report. All the lines from the planning schedule will get generated here, and only the ones which have shortages are highlighted in red. Once this is done, we can convert these lines into purchase index directly from the planning worksheet. Just need to select the lines that we need to convert and click on create indent, and the system will generate the purchase indent automatically with all the lines that we have selected on the planning worksheet. So this is the purchase indent card page. This is done by the warehouse user, and now the further part will be continued by the purchase department. The purchase department will decide how much quantity that needs to be purchased. So here this user will enter the quantity to purchase, and the unit they'll check everything, and they'll convert this order indent into the order. So by clicking on yes, system will generate a purchase order. This is the purchase order that the system has created. All the details from the purchase indent will get transferred here on the purchase order. These were the lines that were on the purchase indent. User will check all the information and enter the extra information that needs to be put in, like the location mentioned on the line level here. When we purchase any item, we store it in a particular location in the warehouse, which is called as quarantine, which is where we receive the material. Okay. You can also see that these all items are QC enabled, which means that these all items will be going to quality check. Once this is done, we can enter the advanced license number of the line item that we have selected by clicking on advanced license number. Before that, advanced license is used by companies who are importing raw materials duty free under the government schemes, and also exporting the finished goods as per the regulatory guidelines by using the advanced license number. So the advanced license number is associated with particular items, and it also comes with the quantity that can be imported under that license. So we need to enter the quantity from the PO here, and the balance is updated directly from the advanced license number card page. Once that is done, we can proceed with the GRN process. We need to create an inventory put away by clicking on the create inventory put away action. Just click on OK, and system will generate a put away document. In the put away document, user will enter the quantity to handle and enter the bin numbers respectively. Once that is done, we can just post this document, and system will create a GRN document. So when we do the GRN, items are stored in the warehouse on a particular location. We have set here as quarantine location, and as mentioned earlier on the PO, all the items are to be quality checked. What system will do? System will receive the items in the quarantine location, and the ones which are needs to be quality checked, system will transfer that material from the quarantine location to under test location to do the quality process. So when we receive it, system generates two labels. One is quarantine label and the other is under test label, and simultaneously system also creates a document which is called as inspection data sheet to start the quality process. On this page, user can enter the sampling quantity that needs to be done. We have different types of samples that are used in the industry, and we have just entered a basic sample quantity as say here. All the other information is taken from the purchase order. As you can see, the location is under test. Once that is done, if we scroll down on the page, we also have the line levels which contains the specifications that needs to be performed on the sample that we have taken out. So these are all the tests that needs to be performed, and the actual values of the test done are entered on the actual value column here. And if the value has a text, then we need to enter it on the different column. When that is done, we can release the document, and then next we can post the document. Once that is posted, system generates another document which is called as inspection receipt. On this page, the final user will be able to accept the quantity or reject a quantity based on the test that the user have performed on the inspection data sheet. So here the accepted location and rejected location is auto filled by the system, and the user will enter the accepted quantity here if they want to accept or if they want to reject. So here we have accepted the quantity. Once accepted quantity is put, the warehouse user will come back to this page and enter the bins to which this accepted quantity will transfer to. Once that is done, we can just release the document and then post it. Once this is posted, a posted inspection receipt document is created in the system. So as we have accepted this quantity, system will transfer the quantity from the under test location to the approved location. Once all that is done, we can generate a certificate of analysis. This is the final step, which contains all the results that we have done for the test, who has done it, at what time, and the dates and everything are the basic information related to everything of the raw materials is on this page. Once that is done, we also have a label called as approved, which we need to put on the lot. Now that we have all the shortages that we needed to do the production, we can come back to the firm plan production order. The production team will then start the production process by changing the status of this firm plan production order to release production order. So a new document is created which is called as release production order. On this page we have all the materials, but the materials are at a different location. So we will create a material issue. A material issue is a document which is used to internally transfer the material from one location to another location. So now all the materials are in the approved location, we need all the materials to the production location. So by clicking on the create material issue action here, system creates the material issue document with all the line items here. Next is on the material issue, system will automatically select the from location and to location. The from location will always be the raw materials type, which is here it is raw material. So the from location will be raw material approved location, and the from to location will be always production location. So when the locations are auto selected by the system, the user, the warehouse user will only needs to select from which bin the material should be taken to the production location. To add the bin, we need to click on the add bin wise action here, and system will open up a page where user can select multiple from bin codes and select the two bin codes. So two bin codes will always be the production location. So here we have divided this 82.56 quantity into two taken from two bins. System will automatically create two different lines for two different bins. Once that is done, system will automatically assign the batch numbers according to the first expiry first out method. When that is done, we can release the document and then post the documents. Once this document is posted, the material issue is deleted from the system and a posted material issue document is created. Now that we have all the materials on the production location, production will start of the finished product, and once it is done, we need to declare the output in the system by clicking on the production journal action here. System will show all the consumptions and output lines here. Once that is all the bins and locations are selected, user can post this document, and system will then transfer all the materials from the production location to under test location. So why under test location here is because this item needs to be quality checked. Once the production journal is posted, we can see that the finished quantity on the line level has been updated to 330 quantity. So on the sales side of the quality module, user will need to manually create the inspection datasheet by clicking on this action. This is the inspection datasheet page. The item details are on the left side of the page, and user can enter the various sample details on the right side of the page. When you scroll down, All the tests that needs to be performed on the sample are jotted down on the line level here. The results of that test can be entered in this column called as actual value in numbers and actual values in text. Once all the details are filled in, user can release this document and then post the document. Once this is posted, system will generate an inspection receipt page where accepted location and rejected location are autofilled by the system. The warehouse user will enter the bin quantities and release and post the document. Once the document is posted, system will generate the posted inspection data sheet page where you can see the results and everything, and you can also generate the certificate of analysis. Certificate of analysis is the end stage of the quality where you can see all the details of the test that has been performed on the sample. We also have a process called retesting. Retesting is conducted on products that have already undergone a quality check, but we need to test it again before being used in the production process. In the system, this process is managed through the retesting worksheet that we have opened here. Our system by default take today's state when this retesting worksheet is opened, and will showcase all the items that needs to be tested today. But if any particular user needs to know the retesting items within a particular date filter, then we can just add the filter over here and then click on suggest retest items. So system will populate all the items that needs to be tested within this time frame. The system will also tell you when was the last time this was this was done and when is the next due date for this inspection. Okay, so retesting is done on the products which have already been quality checked once, so these products will always come from an approved location. See, so these all are the raw materials, so all the locations that are on the worksheet are of approved location. But to conduct the quality check, we need to transfer these items to a under test location. Okay, so to do that, we need to click on the QC transfer. System will automatically transfer these material into a under test location. Once that is done, we can just directly create an inspection data sheet from this page itself. You need to click on IDS and select the current. Current means we are just creating the inspection data sheet for the selected line. Once that is done, system will create inspection data sheet successfully. We can access that data sheet from this worksheet, and also if we globally search the inspection data sheet page, we can also access this from there. Once that is done, we can just move on and start the sampling process. Users need to first enter all the samples, different sampling types they need to enter. When we scroll down, we have the specifications list. So user can enter the actual values in the actual value number column and actual value text column. Once this is done, we can release the inspection data sheet and eventually post it. Once this is posted successfully, inspection receipt is created. This is the inspection receipt in the system. If we scroll down, we can see that in the inspection receipt of the type retesting. So if you see, the document type here is retesting. So in the type of retesting, user can either reject all the items or accept all the items. We don't have partial accept and partial reject option here. So in the retesting document type in the inspection data sheet, we directly have an option to accept and reject. If we click on accept, system will automatically populate the value in quantity accepted here, and on the bin we need to select the bin location for the accepted location and enter the quantity. Once that is done, we can release the document and post the document. Once this document is posted, you can open the posted inspection receipt and run the certificate of analysis report. So this is the example of certificate of analysis report. So here we are done with the retesting part of the process. And to end this video, I have the last process called as material destruction worksheet. In this worksheet, system suggests items that needs to be destroyed from the inventory. Okay, so to do that, we need to click on suggest action. System will ask which type of items you need to destroy. So we have expired items, rejected items. So I've selected rejected items here. Rejected items are those items which are lying in the rejected location. We will need to destroy those items to get the correct inventory value. Just click on OK, and system will suggest all the items from the rejected location, their bin numbers, their lot numbers, their expiry date, and everything. To move forward, user can add the reason for destruction and the mode of destruction. Once that is done, we need to click on the action called destroy, and system will automatically deduct the quantity from the inventory. And that was it for our demo. Please feel free to reach out to us if you have any inquiries. Thank you for watching.